to go see friends.
It's us. We're friends.
Yeah, is them, is Rose. I got plans with everyone this time. I'm really excited.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a good time. So we have that. Then we're going to be doing just our tabletop streams during that time. But then next week, not this, the week after next week, we'll be back to our regular scheduled programming. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and in the near future, we're adding a Thursday show to that because if you want the algorithm to like you, you need to stream every night.
Mm.
Oh boy, it is a demanding master.
It is, and I think I'm going to run a Kingmaker on Thursday night, so the people that we have
Oof.
playing that will get to build their own fantasy kingdom from scratch. So that'll be fun. But that's all of our programming announcements. Now we have the people announcements. We have people in this show. The people that are playing the characters that you have fallen in love with. We're going to start off with the party's Garl. We have Matt playing Garl.
Every party needs a Garl.
Every party needs a Garl.
Hello, everyone. I am Matthew. I play Garl, who doesn't think a lot most of the time, but hits things real good and worms her way into the hearts of all who see her.
Like a puppy.
Yeah, like a big, violent puppy that you can smooch, maybe. I don't know. I don't know your life.
Speaking of smooching, the person doing that smooching
Oh,
is Cassandra, who's played by Abby.
That's me.
And last but not least for this evening's introductions, of course, we have the person responsible for all the token arc in the show, TikTok extraordinaire, and just a general badass. We have McKenna playing Nimbus. I feel like in general you could be considered badass.
I mean, she exists in the sky. Look at her.
Look at her.
I do. I'm once again sporting a little fun digital background because the artwork in my hotel is possibly not safe for Twitch. It just flashed on screen. Oh, well, I hope that doesn't happen again. Yeah, I'm playing Nimbus Evangeline Amalthea St. Altair, and her familiar companion, Merle, who I don't have the plushie for tonight because, again, work trip, and I felt like bringing a Rowlet stuffed animal was possibly a little silly, so I didn't. But now I feel weirdly naked without him on stream, so I guess that's that tonight. I didn't post a TikTok tonight, though, actually. I haven't this week because I've just been doing work things. But Friday, I'll have something for you guys.
Well, there you go. A triumphant return to TikTok on Friday. But for now, my friends, that's all of our announcements. That's all the stuff. It's time for us to get into this episode. And we're going to begin rolling the intro right about now. Last time on the League of Amazing Adventurers. I need to collect myself.
Sorry, quite a bomb, I know.
Last time on the League of Amazing Adventurers, our party kicked the shit out of the Archmage of Evocation. And then
It was a close thing.
And then they beat up the phoenixes that they turned into.
Oh, they turned into the phoenixes?
Yeah, they basically, once you guys knocked them down the first time, they split into the phoenixes, like their magical energy, and their body was just on the ground as they were trying to return to him to heal him, but they never got to him because
I thought they were just...
you all figured out the
Oh.
mechanics of the fight without having to go through multiple stages of him, which was probably good for you.
How many stages would there have been theoretically?
So every phoenix that would have made it back to him and wouldn't have been interrupted would have restored a quarter of his hit points.
And here's a question
And then
for you,
any
Will.
phoenixes that you didn't kill would come back on the next round. But if you did kill a phoenix and some made it in, then the others would come back as well. But the ones that you killed would stay dead.
Interesting.
And he
So
also
it's
was
the
going,
electrohypostasis.
he was also going to lose spell slots and some of their other abilities as you took out their magical power. But y'all would have gotten the achievement that said, like, beat the thing before to 5 Primo Gems.
Out of
That's a fun
curiosity,
little
Will,
peek.
Yeah.
if I had hit them with a reach weapon, would they still have hit me with fire every time?
Yes.
Damn it.
It would have just, like, snaked down the weapon and smacked you across the face.
Damn.
But speaking of smacking people across the face, that is basically what our party did to the Evocation Archmage. And they had now, when we last left them, collected every sigil of magic except for Conjuration.
Conjuration.
Yeah, so I was saying every sigil except for Conjuration.
Except.
And they just have to accept that. That was me trying to be funny. But
We appreciate the effort.
that's where we left off. Our party is still kind of standing in the Archmage's tower right now. And yeah, we're going to pick things up right there. Garl is lightly charred.
Well, actually, Garl is, well, because of that moment of renewal, Garl was in a much better place at the end of the fight than she was for most of the fight.
There was a lot of fire going around.
There was a lot of fire going around.
I literally made that wizard NPC as like the opposite how I would normally build a wizard. No utility. Only fire.
I mean, you had the
Yes.
benefit of knowing what purpose it was for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Garl's actually now, like, I think after the moment of renewal, Garl didn't take any further damage.
Oh, well, then Lynx is slightly
Nice.
charred.
I mean, most of Garl's clothes have probably been burnt. Moment of renewal doesn't heal that, though, you know, still has the armor, which is metal, so that's probably still there, but...
Armor's melting point. It's actually been fused to Garl's skin. No.
I mean,
I don't care for that. Not at all.
No, that's not going to happen in this campaign. That'll happen in the 5e campaign. But we have ourselves that. That's where we all left off last time. And that's where we're going to pick up.
I think we lost McKenna. He's frozen.
No, I think McKenna is just posing at me. No, we've lost McKenna.
Yeah.
Ah, she back.
Bye.
Oh, nope, now
Welcome
she's back.
So,
Now it's frozen again.
there is a few brief moments of silence. Do any of you want to do anything immediately after the fight?
Did anyone collect the rune? Or the sigil, what have you?
The
Yeah.
sigil has yet to be collected, as does the staff that they had.
Oh.
Mm.
I already have a staff. I don't need another one.
But, like,
Also
two-handing it.
have-
Ooh,
I
picks up the staff.
think I've seen at least one kung fu movie where someone fought with two staffs.
Mhm.
So
I have a staff, so if you would like an upgrade, Abby, because I think yours you got around like level 10.
to be fair, I don't know if Abby can actually use this staff.
Darn it.
Oh.
That's okay.
Well, actually, Abby would be able to use this staff once. as you take a few moments and you can identify it. I just need to make sure I give it the right name. As the Staff of the Magi.
Ooh, sounds fancy.
It's a level 20 item. It's worth 90,000 gold.
Jesus Christ, let's sell it.
If you break the staff in half, it releases a 30-foot burst of magical explosion centered on it that deals 2d10 force damage per remaining charge on the staff with a DC 40 reflex save. Creatures that critically fail the save. You as the person wielding it, when you snap it, automatically critically fail. The explosion continues to echo beyond the initial blast zone, dealing half as much damage to creatures beyond 30 feet, but within 60 feet of the burst. A creature reduced to 0 hit points by the damage of the staff dies instantly.
Cassandra will put the staff down.
Perhaps we just sell it.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking sell.
It is a level 20 item.
You know how many back to life diamonds we could buy with that?
That's a good point. We should actually make an invest. I think we only have one set of back to life diamonds.
We actually have quite a few.
Oh.
We picked up a solid hoard in the Treladar ruins up in Malouts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and besides that and Garls, I think we have 3 literal blood diamonds that are all like
Humanely sourced.
Well, I think they were level 19 when we got them. Now we'd probably have to use like 1.5 per person for level 20, but still, that's 2 full resurrections
And-
for.
Bit of meta checking here, just to confirm. Both of you can do res thing, right?
Cassandra can do it within 3 days. If we are doing the ritual, say for example, someone gets disintegrated, you might need me for that. One who is ahead in religion to lead the ritual. And I think I might be the only one in the party who has anything in religion.
That sets up a horrifying choice in the future. Save Cassandra or save the person who might be able to res anyone in the party.
Oh,
The
man.
question.
It's almost like
These-
I'm excited for that.
It's almost
Shut
like
your mouth.
Will literally posed that question to you, Matthew Urban, like 2 years ago during the tournament arc. That specific question was posed to Chip.
Foreshadowing, no.
So we can't
wow.
use the staff to cast these spells instead of just snapping it?
If they're on your list, you could hypothetically do it, but I don't think any of those spells are divine.
Yeah.
What if we
I
gave the
wanna
star?
summon a dragon.
So hold on, I closed the thing. The staff does something if you snap it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it basically kills you.
Well, it explodes or it kills you.
It
It explodes and you automatically critically fail if you were the one who snapped it. And if that brings you to 0, you instantly die.
What if Garl strangles someone with it and they're struggling, snaps it?
Garl would still
Yeah,
take,
just put it in somebody else's hands.
Garl would still take double damage. I love it,
Well,
but Garl,
I mean,
Garl and that person would take double damage.
technically speaking, if like a physical thing hits Garl now, 13 damage gets taken off every hit. Now that Garl is level 20.
It's not a physical.
No, it would be. I would only be 8 damage
Magical
off.
fire.
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
It only
of
counts when
physical
deliberately
thing.
broken. Yeah, magic. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like that could be. Well-
Magic Matt.
Well, if no one else is going to take it, can Garl take it for a desperation ploy?
yeah, if you want to.
I guess. I still think we could get some good shit by selling it, but
Is that a item I can find in the?
I showed it to players.
Compendium?
It should be in the journal now, actually. Should be at the very top of your journal.
I'm just wondering if I can grab it and throw it into. Yeah, Staff of the Magi. It's in the compendium. I may be able to throw it just into Garl's inventory.
Yes, but they had that. They also had
Yep.
their robes, which were just robes. And yeah, other than that, they are literal ash, dust and ashes.
Well, wait a second. Abby, do you have, I believe the feat is Mysterious Repertoire?
Ooh, let me check. I might have grabbed that.
Garl borrows a empty bottle, like a potion bottle, from Lynx, and starts sweeping up the ashes.
Okay,
I do
interesting.
not have Mysterious Repertoire.
Ah. Well, technically, if the criteria for wielding a staff is that you can theoretically cast that spell, Mysterious Repertoire allows you to add any spell to your spell list and swap it out. So theoretically, if you have that feat, you could use this. It's a little bit of a stretch, but
It is. But do you know what else is a stretch? The message that Nimbus is receiving.
Oh no.
A very panicked voice.
Oh yeah.
A very panicked voice kind of like comes over into your mind. Nim, sorry, fuck, it's Malachor. Shit, how many more words do I have? Oh god, fuck. And then it cuts off.
Swearing.
Lucinda's very mad at me for wasting the first message, but it's really bad. We need you. Please come back. Father is a little bit furious and possibly threatening mothers, and then it stops.
Threatening mothers what?
Okay, I hate to derail us from our current mission, but I think there's a situation that I need to take care of.
It's all
Everyone
the same
sees
mission.
Nimbus going from like, ooh, fun little staff. I have so many options. I could cast Fireball, or I could be rich. And then you just see like that analytic like look just fall, and suddenly she's panicking. I think my father must have realized that Malachor took the runestone, and I don't know, something is happening, but Malachor has asked me to return, and I would really, really like to.
Ooh, I'm not missing this. Cassandra's in.
Where are we potentially returning to?
I believe it is Lucinda's house.
All right, Lucinda's house. How long would it take us to get there?
Instantly, we have a key.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You
Is that a yes?
You have the Trelladarian
yeah.
fast travel key.
It's
Okay.
It's all the same mission, so.
Okay, Trelladarian fast key.
This is my favorite Trelladarian reality show.
This is not a reality show, Cassandra. This is my life.
I don't think.
That's what reality shows are.
I don't think I've used this yet today. Garl's gonna click her heels together and cast Long Strider, so I'll just have extra movement for the next hour.
Fair enough. Yes, keeping up with the Saint Altairs. Name of tonight's episode. You open up the door. You rush through. You see Lucinda, who is in the process of packing up her tent.
Oh.
What is going on?
She just points to Malachor, who is made literally in the ground from pacing like a crop circle in the grass.
Oh,
Aliens?
Malachor. I'm here. What is the problem?
Nim,
What's going on?
Okay, Father sent me a sending. Papa sent me a sending telling me that he knew that I took the sigil, and that if I did not return with the sigil, he would create a new one out of Mother.
Oh my.
Even mean.
What? I'm sorry. Is that how the runestones are made?
I don't.
That's barbaric.
No, that's not how they're made. I think it was just like a threat. But I think if we do not get... I think I have to deal with him.
Whatever
No, I
happened to
think that-
divorce? You know, that's like a much less violent option.
I mean, depending on the partner. Lucinda
Yeah.
kind of pipes up. It's like, I mean, I know some men who would literally destroy an entire world because a girl rejected them looking directly at Cassandra.
Oh boy.
Touche.
Okay. We don't have time to be making petty quips at one another at the moment. Do you know where he is, Malachor?
Yes, he said he's back at the house. We can get there pretty quickly, but I'm very worried in general, and I don't know how we would deal. And if Mother's with him, she's still loyal to him, so we'd probably have to deal with both of them. And oh God, I don't think I could take both of them in a fight alone.
No, goodness, and you shouldn't have to.
Not even with your vorpal dagger? This is an impressive weapon.
It is listen, this is a very impressive weapon, but I would not be trying to kill my parents.
You know what? Fair enough. Though I do wonder if it runs in the family a bit.
Patricide?
No, not patricide, but just like relatives going at each other and spouses going at each other in a very violent fashion.
A generational tradition.
Yes, if it did start with your great, however many granduncle, which it still seems to be continuing, I wonder if there's some underlying condition going on. We can discuss that some other time.
Yes, we can discuss the specifics of my genealogy another time, Cassandra.
Our
Can we-
genealogy. Well, I guess I'm not technically blood, but still.
Our genealogy.
We should go. Lucinda, are you coming or are you staying?
Oh, I was packing up the tent to get out of here. Listen, no offense, Nimbus, but if your father knows where I am not going to be able to live the pleasant life that I currently am living. Because they're kind of a prick right now. So
let me get this straight. Your daughter's life is being threatened, and your first reaction is to leave?
yes,
Classic Lucinda.
Suddenly gets very cold in here.
that is my current plan. I know that she can handle herself, and this situation is one that she got herself into, and she will need to get herself out of it, or have other people get her out of it. There's only so long that you can let the children of the nest be protected by the mama bear, so to speak.
Yes, to Mama Bear. I feel these metaphors are being mixed.
Fine. Do as you will. And I think Nim just leaves.
Question. Where are we going? Like, do we know exactly where they are, where this is happening? The house, probably? Or...
Cassandra and Lynx have both been to this house.
Oh, yeah, I haven't.
As is Malachor.
And has Malachor.
And technically, because of the way the spell works, it is door-based. So Nim, you've also technically been in the house because it's the same house. It's just a house that got moved. It's like a mobile.
Right,
mansion.
but that
That's
doesn't
right.
necessarily mean that I know the direction to it.
No, but you have the.
Oh, can we just door key again?
Yeah, you could. You could just door key
That's
there if you
painfully convenient.
This is a good fucking magic item.
Oh, it is.
Door
I do
key
wanna-
it.
I do want to give Lucinda a quick, like, goodbye, safe travels, mwah mwah.
Yes.
Before we leave.
Cornelia, before you go, and she will hand you, out of Nimbus's view, a small blue crystal.
Oh no.
A crystal. Nothing more.
If this makes contact with Sybil, it should return her memories to her.
Why aren't you giving this to Nim?
There are certain airs that this family needs to hold when interacting with each other.
Well, if you really think it's best to go about it like this, I suppose you know more about it than I do, so I'll have to trust your judgment on this.
Yes, thank you. And she will finish packing up her tent and be on her way.
Seeing as we are possibly going off to confront a very powerful wizard, actually, I'm not even sure what kind of caster he is personally. Garl is going to use something that I'm always forgetting to use. Garl is just going to look over like one of the crystals sticking out of her arm, and is going to just, the shallowest possible, cut her palm with it and just mutter, "Dominate." And I'm going to use spell immunity,
Ooh.
which doesn't actually give me immunity to dominate, but it essentially preloads a counteract option if someone tries to cast dominate on Garl.
Garl is now a brat.
Okay.
Sandra runs over with the bandage, like, "Oh, Gar, you're bleeding again. Let me get to it."
It's just a little thing, and it's necessary.
Still infection.
Oh God, that's how Garl's gonna go? Actually, like call Drogo.
Oh.
Tragic.
Are we ready to make haste? Are we ready to go?
Yes.
Malachor looks physically shaken at this point, but they are like fully geared and they're like ready.
Are you sure you're ready for this?
I am a magic knight of Trelladar.
Before we go, do you need a hug, sweetie?
They're good hugs.
A magic knight has no need of hugs. If you'd like, you can make perception for insight.
I give him a hug.
Okay.
I already know that's not true.
That is some propaganda BS and not good for your mental health.
It is not.
Sandra doesn't know him as well, so she'll perception check.
Oh yeah,
That's a 40.
Inferring after what Nim does, yeah, it's good to go.
I'll go there and give him a little pat on the head. And I'll slip a caramel into his pocket.
I think that is the most affection I have felt from a family member in my entire life.
We'll talk about that later in therapy.
That's very strange to me.
Therapy or affection?
Affection. I'm not allowed to go to therapy. Father says it'll make me weak.
Oh.
Well, Father's going to be going somewhere else and then therapy himself.
Oh, is that what we're calling where we're sending him?
Mm-hmm.
Let me be clear.
Therapy.
I need to make myself very clear about one thing before we open this door. And Nim's kind of shaking the key a little bit. I have not ruled out the possibility that something is very, very wrong with this celestial possession that we keep running into, and I do not have any interest in outright slaughtering anybody until we have ruled that out. Do I make myself perfectly clear?
Absolutely.
Yes, Scarl.
Garl would just like to point out that the vast majority of spells will be, the ability to cast them will be removed if we remove his hands. And that won't kill him.
No,
We could use regenerate.
He could, but
Late.
someone else would have to cast it. Yeah, we could do regenerate later.
I mean, technically speaking, Garl is correct. That's why they gave us. That's why I'm trained in this methodology. I'm trained to kill other mages because that's what Trelladar sees as danger in combat. So no, Garl is correct.
Strictly speaking, Nim, I've known your father longer than you have, apparently. So this is personal.
Stop that, Garl. Don't even. You don't even remember.
And Garl tries to imitate like a scolding Cassandra voice, like, "Now listen here, young lady."
Lynx is just pissing themselves, laughing. Like Lynx is dying.
Oh, by the way, as I meant, I forgot I was doing this, but I scooped up the other mage's ashes and put them in a bottle.
Okay.
So if they try and regenerate, they'll have to fit inside a bottle.
You know what? Fair.
Okay. I want some recognition that you all know. Maybe no kill shots, at least not right off the bat, please. I'm begging you.
Oh, you've got it. You've got it. We will do everything to take him in alive, possibly handless if necessary, but we will try to avoid that.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I'm done wasting time. Let's go.
Right.
Roger that.
Nim, you pop open the door. The door opens. Do you rush through?
That's a leading question.
Can I see onto the other side?
You cannot. It's always like a veil of fog.
I want to toss a caramel through.
Okay, you throw a caramel
God,
through.
Do we have an endless supply of those? I feel like we should have
Oh,
run out of those
absolutely.
months ago.
No, I restock every time we like stop in town.
But if Nim doesn't go, Garl will head through the door first.
Okay, Garl, you step into a room.
Hand on the hilt of the sword, but haven't drawn it. What do I see in the
Nim,
room?
Malachor goes in as well.
Oh, I'll
Yeah.
go.
I'm
He's
going
waiting
to
till-
take a deep breath and walk in.
All right, so Nimbus, can you do me a favor?
No.
As this is something that I have,
No.
this is something that I've never created, but this would be something that Nimbus would know. Nimbus, can you describe your childhood room to the party?
Not the bedroom.
Oh, all right. You walk into a very pretty room. Four-poster bed with a canopy against a large window in the center of the room. Sort of like center off to the wall. Like it's not in a corner. It's you have those big sort of bay windows and the bed in front of them. In one corner is a desk. In another corner is a closet full of clothing. If you were to look into it, you'd see that she probably hasn't gotten rid of a lot of her clothing. And if you were to look far into the back of it, you might find dresses from like her preteen years.
Is there like one part of it's all like black dresses with like chains and stuff? Like, did she have a phase?
No,
Okay.
actually, if you were to look through it, you'd find that her style is fairly consistent, which is to say a lot of like muted blues, kind of buttoned up.
Oh.
It's exactly what you would expect Nimbus to have in her closet. Next to the bed, there is a bird cage with no door. It is mostly there for show, so that Merle can have a space that is his own.
Merle does pop out of your hair at this point and fly over to it. Like it's,
Oh,
it's been so long. And they just kind of like perch in there for a second. You see them like,
and on the ceiling, there is a mural of a night sky with very pretty cumulus clouds, sort of at like a dusky, just past twilight. The clouds are still like just that post-sunset glow.
Did someone say Twilight?
kind
Yes,
of
I said
kind of
Twilight.
like your background right now.
A little bit, a little bit. I would say it's probably a little bit less purple,
Fair enough.
but
Yes.
and yeah, that's what you see.
As far as Nimbus's descriptions goes, that is all correct. However, in addition to all of that, there is a thick layer of dust over this room. It has not been entered in some time. In addition to that, there is one other odd discrepancy. One small change in this room that Nim did not leave behind. A sealed letter sits on Nimbus's pillow.
I go to the letter and open it.
As you pick up
Well,
the
can I
letter,
check who it's from?
As you pick up the letter, you can see to Nimbus written on the front, and it is so easily recognizable as your mother's handwriting.
I'm opening it. I'm reading it.
As you open the letter, a short bit of dust kind of like pops off of it. The seal coming apart, the envelope opening, and a single piece of parchment that has been folded in three, with the words hidden by the folds, as in the letter. As you take it out, the envelope turns into starlight. You unfold the letter, and its message is simple and short. To my dearest Nimbus, I may not get the chance to tell you this, but I want you to know that you are so strong, and I am so proud of you. And I love you so much. And I hope that someday you will find your way back to us so that we can be a family again.
Nim stands there for a minute, just stares at the words on the page before squaring her shoulders, neatly folding the letter, and just tucking it into some pocket or other, as delicately as possible.
Merle kind of flies up to you and just like snuggles your head a little bit, seeing that you're a little bit distressed.
Yes, Nim will lean into that.
Yeah.
All right, all of you stop gawking. Let's go.
You see Malachor looking around, just like absolutely bewildered. It's like, they just painted everything blue for me. What the hell? All
I
right.
mean, most of my walls are blue as... Listen, if anything, this is
What the hell?
evidence of what I was talking about earlier. They were not the way that they are now, not always.
I know. We have passed. I'm with you on that one, Nim. 100%.
Okay.
I'm more just kind of like, anyway. I've never been allowed in this
Right.
room. It's quite literally forbidden.
Yes. It's weird. This looks like more than a year's worth of dust. But
If you want, you can make a Arcana check.
yeah.
In all honesty, I'm surprised they even let you paint your walls blue at this point.
Oh, I didn't paint them. Gunther did.
Oh no, to Malachor.
Uh,
Oh, I
A
didn't
38.
I didn't get to choose. Nim, there are traces of magic in this room. Specifically, chronomancy. This was probably where Treladar got... This is probably where Malachor got aged up.
Oh.
Rude.
Oh, how dreadful. All right.
That's what...
I can't
probably
stand to be in
does.
here with the dust for another second longer.
Are you allergic? Do you want a pill?
No, I want to leave.
Do you want
You
to...
need
And
a
she
leg wrap.
does.
Do you want to Nimbleton?
No, I want to get out of the room and walk down the stairs.
So yeah, as you head out into the room and down the stairs, you end up on the second floor of the manor. A few of the servants like see you, and they are stunned. Like just two nameless people that would have been staff, kind of like run up. It's like one of them immediately goes to touch your face.
Zip, zip, zip.
Can I help you?
Oh, you're real, Miss Nimbus, and they'll give you like a big hug.
Nim kind of starts for a second and then hugs them back.
Yeah. Oh, we thought you died. Oh.
Ah,
Your
yes, that
mother
seems
was
to
beside
be the,
herself. Oh, I'm so happy, Nimbus. And they're just giving you like a big hug. It's like, oh, our apologies. We were told we should not do that.
It's okay. I truly don't mind. It's actually kind of nice. Speaking of my mother and my father, have you seen them?
Oh, your mother is and like as the man's just kind of like standing there quietly, like trying to figure out what to say to you, the woman just kind of pipes up. Your mother's getting drunk in the wine cellar, Nim.
It's embarrassing.
Your father's in
Has
his
my father visited?
He's in his office. He told us he was waiting for Malachor and we should send him his way. I'm assuming... As they looked at Malachor just kind of like waves. It's like, okay. And then you just see like the man handing the woman a small pile of gold. And then just kind
What's
of...
that for?
Miss Nim, you have to understand, they were literally training him to kill you. We kind of had a bet as to going whether or not we would see the two of you together.
Was there any money on who would win?
No, we wouldn't do that.
Of course. Of course.
Garl suddenly looks thoughtful.
And Malachor's just like, I would win.
You would try.
I would win.
I don't know. She has.
We're alive.
Yay!
Fuck.
Ooh.
It's okay, Will. It's okay. Honestly, we're lucky this sort of thing hasn't happened more with weird internet things that go around, so
Yeah,
we were
I'm
kind of
sorry,
due.
all. I'm
Don't
sorry,
worry about it.
everyone. Chat, refresh if stream is not running. But now the VOD's gonna be split into two. God fucking damn it.
Well, when you upload it 3 years from now, it'll be fine.
That just makes it, more special. It's
Yeah.
unique. It's a collector's thing, like misprints in a book.
Yeah, alright. But, chat, friends, where did we last leave off? Are y'all okay if we continue on from the point where Nimbus's mother was where y'all were being said that Nimbus's mother, the money bet. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Money bet.
Money bet.
Okay.
Thank you, Squishy.
Squishy always here to save our asses.
Oh, yeah. Will cut out, so I was like, I guess I win.
Or would
It's like,
win.
no. I don't think you would. Malachor kind of just says, I honestly think I could take you, Nimbus.
Maybe
it's
that's
nice to have dreams, Malachor. I support that for you.
Save it for the post campaign battle royale. Looks directly into the camera.
I guess we could do that. But
All right.
You could play Will as Malachor.
I'd rather play as Alessandra.
Ooh, well, that's a
That's
lot of
true.
casters, though.
Yeah, that's the fun part. But
I think it might be prudent to check on Mother first.
What I was thinking.
You said she's in the cellar?
yes,
Oh
she's
God.
in the wine cellar.
Oh, sweet Desna. All right.
Nim, I really do feel I should warn you, Miss Nimbus, that it is not a pretty sight.
No, it's not. I beheld it myself at a party recently. I can only imagine it's not better in private. Okay.
Could you all do us a favor, though?
Yes, of
Try and
course.
keep Mr. Saint Altair in his office. We
Oh.
wouldn't want him barging in.
Yes, he's currently doing the budget reports for the region.
Oh, God.
Ooh, 2.0, let's go!
Oh,
Yes, he's currently doing the budget reports for the region.
Oh.
Oh. Well, that ought to keep him busy for at least a little while.
Yes, it.
He likes to do it analog with an abacus sometimes, just for the fun of it. Personally, I don't understand it, but
Even
at
I'm
least
not
that's
into
how he
that.
used to do it. Anyway, to the cellar.
Yes. So you all begin making your way downstairs. Now Malachor is kind of leading the way. It's like, now I don't know how she'll react if she sees all of you. She may try to kill you all. immediately.
I do have this. And Nim pulls out the star knife that Rosmine gave her that theoretically holds all of Sybil Cordelia St. Altair's memories.
My.
So I don't know what the fuck Lucinda gave Cassandra.
Cassandra goes, what is
but
that?
When Goral and I visited Rosmine in her casino that night, she and a couple of the other archmages gave me this. It was a gift from my father to her. For context for the two of you, the star knife is Desna's sacred weapon, so it had meaning to them when they were followers of Desna. Because that item was special to her, it was my understanding that a lot of her memories were being placed within it by design and then handed off to Rosmine.
Will we need to hit her with it for it to take effect?
I don't know.
You know, as a practitioner of magic, that you can activate the magical item to return the memories to her.
Okay, because otherwise I was going to say, I could take that.
You do not need to stab the star knife into the person for them to get their memories back.
No, you whack them with the flat of the blade. Is there like a range on that?
It's a 60 feet.
What is the...
You have to have eyesight and it's 60 feet.
That's better than the actual thrown distance of the star knife.
That's actually about the same.
Yeah.
Who put these memories in the knife?
It's 20 feet here.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Will, but Nim says, I believe Rosmine said that it was my mother's own doing.
A failsafe.
How much do you trust Lucinda, Nim?
Oh.
Honestly, after the conversation we just had, she is a woman who has ultimately her own interest at heart, and not necessarily the best interest of her family. So, to that extent, I trust her to do what is best for her, and that's about it.
Who would you say you trust more, her or Rosamine?
Oh, gods. I mean, I don't know. Why? Did Lucinda say something about Rosamine?
Not exactly. She did entrust me with an object that she said would restore your mother's memories. But she did so in such a way that she recommended you not touch it. Because she said, and I roughly quote, there are some things that the other members of the family should not witness, or something along those lines.
All right.
There are certain airs that you have between each other that should not be disturbed. And I'm wondering,
Airs?
just, ways you present yourselves to each other. Well, from what I gather about your relationships with each other, even, say your mother puts on airs when communicating with you, she's not necessarily her complete vulnerable self. Would you agree with that?
I mean, I suppose, but it's not as if she is only that way with me. That is how she presents herself in general.
True. She worded it in such a way that it would seem like the memories that she had stored in said object were more personal and private, that she didn't want anyone to see, including her family. But I wonder, well, since you say you have an object with her memories, and Lucinda gave an object with her memories, it feels odd.
I mean, it is entirely possible that these are memories that my mother entrusted Nana Lucinda with well before any of this happened. What I have here in the Star Knife is what she has ousted from her memory since moving to Trelladar, that being within the last year and a half. Um, what you have there could possibly be a much older memory.
Should we try instilling both objects' memories in her?
Do you show Nim?
I don't.
Do you show Nim the crystal, Cassandra?
Not yet, just in case.
Fair enough.
Because I don't know what it might be capable of if it comes near her.
Have you done any sort of, I don't know, reading an aura, detecting magic to make sure that it is what Lucinda says it is?
Check. I will put my hand in my pocket and read aura from my pocket so it does not come in contact or visual with Nim.
Abjuration.
Haha.
It's just like any other memory sealing object you've come into contact with in this campaign. Holds memories.
That seems innocent enough.
You cannot tell what memories are inside of it until just like normal objects, but you know it holds memories.
Yeah, I let her know.
Well, what does it look like? What is it? Is this something that
crystal.
held any significance?
It's a small blue crystal about that big. If you want, someone can make me a society check. Corellia, you have a +4 to this.
Oh. I have a +26, but I need to see it. Look, is there a reason you're not showing it to me?
Well, she made it fairly clear that she didn't want it around you, and I don't know if that's a sight thing or a touch thing, so I'm just being careful in case something bad were to happen.
But she didn't say why.
No, well, just the whole, it seemed the memories were private, seemed to be the overarching.
But just looking at a thing shouldn't show me its contents.
Probably not.
Cassandra, your read aura, Nim would have to handle it in order to get the contents out. Yeah.
You would have to handle it to get the contents.
Yeah, so if you want, you
then
can show
let me
Nim.
see it.
Oh, sweet. So I'll pull out this little thing.
All right.
Actually,
Good
it's
close
this thing.
look at it.
Yeah.
Now I'll make a society check.
There's a small blue crystal about that big.
32?
And the two of you together are both able to realize that this crystal predates the First War.
This belongs in a museum.
It is a artifact that is older than the lenses of creation, that is older than the instruments of woe. It is a crystal of pure arcane makeup. Like, this is, if you were to destroy this, it would be the most pure source of arcane magic in the world.
Holy shit. How much gold's it worth?
Cassandra!
Immeasurable.
Woo, we're rich.
If this is older than the Great War, then whatever is within it is not my mother's memories.
Is there any way for me to see what memories are in this?
If you wanted to attempt an Arcana check to activate it, you could.
Do you want me to look, Nim?
If
Are
you
we
think
like
it's
just
safe.
standing in the hallway, or what's going on?
Yeah,
Malicor's
kinda.
brought you into like a seating room, into like a side room, where you're kind of having this discussion.
Just checking.
Well, I wouldn't say I think it's safe, but I do think it's worth a look, especially if this was meant for your mother in some way.
All right. Do be careful.
All right, Arcana, here we come. Oh, lordy.
You focus your mind on the crystal, Corellia, and it doesn't allow you to enter it.
Oh.
Getting nothing.
There appears to be some sort of abjuration, some sort of ward, a bloodline ward, from what you can tell.
Ooh, hoo, hoo. Nope. We may be related by marriage, but it's got to be a bloodline access thing. Maybe we can try giving your mother the dagger memories and then see if she recognizes the stone at all before trying to give her the stone memories.
Yes, I suppose that's for the best. Oh, God.
Are
All
we
right.
sure-
Well,
and
everyone.
Malachor will pipe up. Are we sure something that old can be trusted?
No,
Nope.
not at all.
Maybe we just never give it to her. Maybe we just keep this in a pocket. Or maybe we call up Lucinda. Actually, I'm gonna call up Lucinda real quick with a speaky spell.
With
A
sending?
good- Yeah, sending.
All right.
Like, do. We're sending. Hey, Lucinda! What the fuck is up with this ancient crystal with the blood relative block on it? Seems dangerous.
Nice.
Corellia, you must not allow Nimbus to access that crystal. That is all I can say. It must go to Sybil.
Well, I relay this information and I say, I don't know. She seems trustworthy enough that I feel like we should listen to her. I still say give her a
I don't
knife
know.
first.
Yes, definitely.
Wait, let me do something quickly. Oh, still had a few more words.
Okay.
Its power is too great for her.
Oh.
Sounds like a challenge.
Wow, that's super duper rude. Wow.
Well, second order of business, if we think she's going to attack on sight, your mother and I, we had a bit of a rapport at the party. If you want, maybe I could sneak in her drunk state be like, you invited me over for a wine tasting, blah, blah, blah. What are you doing down here? I was expecting you to, and then, well, not
I think if I
stab,
can
but
just get a visual on her, I can just activate it.
fair enough.
Yes, let's just go. Let's just get this over with.
Ye-
You walk your way down into the wine cellar. Basically, the end of the stairwell, there's like a small like sitting room with like some comfy chairs and like some tasting spots. However, Malachor just points to the iron barred door that is slightly ajar, where there is, and like how basements of mansions are usually pretty big. Like it's about a football field sized wine cellar, and there's just like wine, and it's all being magically climate controlled. It is just like
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, as for a wine cellar, that's actually very impractical because that larger room would be very difficult to keep the right temperature to store wine properly. But if it's magic, well,
Magic.
But if it's magic, welcome to Freladar.
magical football field
It's
sized
fueled
wine
by
cellar.
fueled by atrocities.
Wah, wah.
And
Sandra does not like the way it's organized, though. They have a really shitty system going on.
You see your mother, who is literally just sitting on the ground beside one of the things, and you see her just reaching back, pulling a bottle out from it, and she doesn't even like open herself. She just waves her hand, and like a mage hand brings over like a cork opener and pops it open, and then she just a glass.
Is it
Like
a good
mage hand
year?
brings a glass over to her, and she just takes the bottle and starts drinking.
Cassandra's like, oh no, that's a vintage. It needs to breathe first.
Can I mage hand the bottle out of her hand?
Someone get the decanter. Stat.
If you want, you can make me a spell attack roll.
do want, so I will.
Decanter, such pretentiousness.
Oh, I wish I could just click a button and have it roll. But I can't.
Iggy,
One
if you're
second.
hot, move. 1 second.
It's not Searing Light, but it is a 51.
Yeah, you managed to get that bottle right out of her hand.
And the second, if she follows the bottle
No, she does. She's
visually,
like, where are you going? And she
the
starts,
second she
like,
turns around to look at it, I
she's-
activate the Star
she
Knife.
starts like crawling towards the bottle, and then
Oh, Jesus.
Star Knife, and then there's a few moments of just like energy that goes between them. It's like shimmery and pretty, and then she just falls face flat onto the ground.
I mean, she didn't explode or anything, so that's a good sign.
But she is
You should
unconscious.
have
for now.
higher standards for fine, Garl.
I mean, I'm just trying to look at things
She
glass
is-
half full.
She is unconscious for the moment.
Okay.
What did we give her memories?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
Um,
She was just panting. I'm like, why are you panting? You're just laying there.
I'm gonna go over and try to prop her up.
Malachor will come and help you do so.
Did she finish
I'm-
off that bottle?
No, it's just on the ground, kind of like spilling onto the ground a little bit.
Oh, I'm gonna pick that up then. I hold it out to Cassandra. Is this good?
Cassandra's just, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
about
fantastic.
it's a 500 gold bottle of wine.
Cassandra will like grab one of the glasses that's on the floor and just like, bloop, and, like hand it to Garl. Like, try it. It's good.
Yes. Hints of elderberry. No.
Cassandra, ooh, this is a red.
I'm gonna pop just like a first
We have
level
nothing to do,
heal.
so.
Fair enough.
Just pop a first level heal to her.
She is no longer unconscious.
Okay.
She kind of like starts to like wake up. She like says, "Oh, Malachor, thank you. I must have fallen." And then she looks over and sees you, Nimbus, and she's like, looks over back at Malachor. Looks over back at Nimbus. Oh, thank goodness you got to him before he got to you.
Well, yes and no. There was some dream conferencing, actually. I think you would have been proud of Malachor. He facilitated a lot of it himself.
Malachor just kind of
Natural
says,
knack for diplomacy.
just kind of like has like a thumbs up. It's like, well, I suppose you never did get a rebellious phase. That makes sense. And she just kind of like rubbing her head a bit, and she goes to cast a spell on herself. Do you allow it?
Yeah,
I would like
I'm
to.
assuming it's to sober up.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's a restoration to just
A whole restoration.
a whole ass
Just to-
restoration.
Oh
It's
my
like,
god, this woman.
no, listen. I know that Lesser would normally do it, but I've been drinking heavily these last few months, from what I can remember now.
I can tell.
Do you need regeneration
I'm
at
good.
this point?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I don't even know where to start with you.
I think there are bigger fish to fry right now, Nimbus.
That's a very easy thing for you to say
It
to
is.
me.
It is a very easy thing for me to say because, quite frankly, right now, I do not know how to process this, and I do not know how to move forward in a way that's healthy. Because points to Malachor plus everything else.
Right.
We have a lot of conversation to have between us.
Oh, yes.
Cassandra goes, should we ask her about the you know what?
First things first, Father seems to have made a threat on your life. Obviously, you know by now that we are collecting the runestones. Father wants his back.
Yes.
Um,
I did recall him being quite angry at Malachor for taking it. Um, huh. Have you been successful?
in all but conjuration, and that is only because we have not tried yet.
Fair enough. Hopefully not too many of them had to be permanently dispatched.
No, so far that would only be the Mage of Evocation. But I
That's
think that was
unsurprising.
sort of the way he wanted to go out.
He was looking forward to a battle.
He got one.
That's good. I'm glad that you all made it out safely.
Right. Unfortunately, our whatever this is that we're doing is interrupted by Father. I believe what were his exact words, Malachor? He threatened to turn you into a runestone. I didn't even know that was possible.
It's not. That's... You see her visibly defeated upon you telling her that. It's like... This is not something I can deal with, Nimbus.
Clearly.
I deserve that. And she just kind of like
Ouch.
stands up from the ground and starts kind of like walking towards the door.
Where are you going? Do you have a plan?
I am going to go and see what's left of my husband.
Okay. If you're not in any condition to fight, then you shouldn't make an obstacle out of yourself.
Make me a diplomacy or intimidation check. I will allow shameless request.
All right, I will use Shameless Request.
Do you want to hero point that? Oh, now we lost McKenna.
I'm sure she'll be back in
She'll
but
be
a
back
moment.
in a moment.
I am looking for the most expensive bottle of wine in this wine cellar.
There is a at the very end.
I missed the last 30 seconds of that.
We
Sorry.
paused
Yes,
for you.
We paused for you.
Thank you. Sorry, chat. Hotel Wi-Fi is
Better than my Wi-Fi.
it is what it is.
But I will finish the quick question that Cassandra had first, and we'll come back to that. 2,000 gold, right at the back.
I slip it in a bag of holding.
Fair enough.
Are you stealing from my family?
Our family, Nimbus.
By marriage, Cassandra.
Hey,
Garl's been putting bottles into her bag this whole time.
Nim, do you want to re-roll that 3?
Yeah. I mean, it's not a 3, it's a 42, but sure. There we go, 53.
Yes. So, as you like first make the comment, she begins to almost speak up, saying, "No, this is mine." Then she takes a moment to do like some self-assessment. No, you're right. I'm in no shape to face whatever he's become now.
Do you have any idea at all what that is?
I do not know. Ever since I returned to Treladar and your father's induction into the Archmages, he's changed.
Interesting.
The
The
Grand
induction, was there some sort of ceremony or ritual?
Yes, the Grand Mag... There's normally a sort of a civil ritual that's done. You know, present the person to the city. They meet with the head Archmage, they have a chat. Ever since he came back from that chat, he's been different.
It was private, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Ah. All right. Do you still remember the stories of Desna?
I do.
Then perhaps you can recall the Huntress.
I do.
Were you, in any of your dealings with Megdia, familiarized at all with the late General Block?
Nimbus. There is a part of that Huntress's story that's not often told. But I happen to know it. What happens to the vessel when all is said and
It
done?
was destroyed. Thoroughly.
Destroyed thoroughly. On every level. Nothing remained. Know that going forward.
First of all, that is the center of the story. That's the part that everybody knows. So I don't know why you're acting like it's something mysterious that only you knew.
Nothing
I'm
remained. No trace. Nothing. People believe that it was a soft nothing. Like, oh, they were wiped from the mortal plane, but they were wiped from the mortal, the spiritual, everything.
Yes, the celestial that was doing the possession was treated to exactly that.
And the creature that it was possessing.
Had perished. That's not finite.
Looks at you. Had perished, but what if it were living?
I refuse to believe that there is not a way to extricate the two. If they can be joined, they can be unjoined.
If that's your belief.
Nim says nothing and walks away.
So
Because
in
it is.
plain words, are you saying we have to kill your husband?
I'm saying that if you deal with the Celestial that is currently using his body as a suit, he will die.
Do you know which celestial it is?
Some Celestial devoted to the Lord of Light, I would assume.
Lord of Light, motherfucker. The Lord of Light is not all that. He only eats Uncrustables.
I've sometimes...
He plays with Mega Blocks instead of Lego.
She just looks at you, Corellia. I have sometimes seen strange geometry above my husband's head while he is casting. Be wary of it.
Strange geometry.
Non-Euclidean? Which is not actually a big deal.
I'm no mathematician. I'm more into books. And not math books.
What, you? Books?
You left Nimbus.
Please.
Malachor just kind of runs after Nim.
That's fair.
I will look in the library to see if I can find anything about, like, geometric shapes above someone's head when they cast.
Nothing.
Because, odd.
This is new to this world. No one has studied it, and no one has written about it yet.
Intriguing.
Interesting. All right, to the study.
So,
Oh, that's an interesting point chat makes.
Oh.
You make your way to the study.
Chat giving us hope.
The door has been left open for you all. And I'm assuming Malachor and Nimbus are entering.
Yeah.
Are leading the way, leading the charge, so to speak.
Cassandra does reach up to the door frame to knock, and then nope, not the time.
As you enter, a figure looks up from the desk. Nimbus, it is your father. But their eyes...
You know, we've all been concentrating on Nimbus's mother so much, I didn't take time to consider.
But their eyes are replaced with golden light.
Oh boy.
Oh.
He looks up towards you.
Oh, there was a map.
Nimbus, I see you've returned. Excellent. This will allow me to deal with two birds, so to speak. We're going to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ooh, a 50.
Wait, where are we on the map?
Oh. I should have given my father token art because I had a very specific idea of what he looks like.
I just used the placeholder artwork for it.
What did you think he looked like? I'm curious.
46. Nim's father is tall, with a blonde mustache, blonde sort of slicked back hair. It's like an ashy, almost a gray blonde. Partially due to the fact that he is just getting gray hair, but it's always been a little bit of that ashy color. Brown eyes, not at all like the blue of Nimbus and her mother. A very straight nose and half moon spectacles.
Huh.
Kind of thin, and you see a lot like Nimbus, a little bit on the gangly side, but he has grown into it, whereas she has only just begun to grow into it and get sort of used to it.
Nimbus.
Yes.
It is your father's turn.
Yep.
And they begin by simply looking at Malachor and saying, sit. And Malachor sits.
Oof.
Wouldn't he have to do that on his turn?
It is his turn.
I'm saying Malachor.
Yeah, I'm effectively
Wouldn't
saying...
Malachor.
Yes, Malachor will be sitting on his turn, but...
Turn order,
Yes.
wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
You know.
Fair enough.
But that is a free action. And then with their regular old action, they are going to, from beside themselves, this ring of metal will begin to spin at an extremely quick rate. And they're within 60 feet of you. 65 feet, perfect. That's one range increment. They're going to spend 2 actions to activate the dancing rune on their chakram.
On their what?
Chakram.
His weapon is now going to float around and attack on its own. It's like spiritual weapon, except it's a physical weapon, and you don't have to be divine.
Interesting,
And
considering.
it's just a rune, so you don't have to use a spell slot either.
Mm.
It is a rune.
And for anyone in the chat who doesn't know, I believe a chakram is what Xena uses.
Boop. And they have a special ability with it.
Mm.
By the glorious vessel, oh my. There's an adjective attached to your dad's name.
Jesus.
Glorious vessel.
Boop. I'm going to use this, I'm going to use this knife dupe as the dancing weapon. And it will move to there.
What a cute little knife.
And it will move to there.
It is kind of like short and stout.
Yeah.
Like
but
Chucky's knife.
they have
I
one
will
action
move
left. But I don't think they're going to use that action. They're going to use that action and stand up from their chair and brush themselves off. Nimbus.
Oh God, was the command to Malachor not suggestion? That was just a single action.
It was a free action.
A free action?
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, speaking as a free action.
Okay.
Father's glowing.
All right.
Very similar to the way General Sterling Block was. Except this glows a little bit stronger.
That's a callback.
Yep. All right. Since we've leveled up to level 20, I have access to this. This will need some DM fiat, but here is what I would like to do. Channeling the essence of the goddess that did originally deal with the Huntress, I would like to cast Miracle to extricate the Celestial from my father as harmlessly as possible. At the very least, without destroying my father's entire soul. Whether this takes time and is something that I need to spend an action sustaining, or whether this is something that...
Miracle. And normally, for it to go out of the bounds of the spell like this, we would need to make a roll of percentile. However, Nimbus, to you, Desna has a special eye.
Ooh.
And for a moment, Nimbus, you are blinded as you are swarmed by butterflies. And that is what the spell does.
From Nim's perspective.
Yes.
Well, what does everybody else see?
You see Nimbus being swarmed by Desnan-like butterflies.
All right.
Not in a way that's like getting in her way, but like in a way is like, I am here.
All right.
If you want, you can, if you'd like a more concrete interpretation, you can make a religion check.
I would love to make a religion check.
That will cost an action.
Oh, then I can't. Miracle is a 3-action spell.
Then you will need to wait till your next turn.
Yeah.
Garl!
All right. Now, just double checking something. How far away are we?
65.
But it hasn't been an hour yet, I don't think, so I still have Longstrider, so technically...
Oh, it definitely has been an hour. There's the conversation that y'all had about the crystal, the conversation with the mom walking to the mansion.
Sorry.
That's fine. It's still 60 feet away, which is my movement anyway, so... then that means I'm going to... Because I'm sure I can't kill him in a single round of combat anyway. I am going to rage, and then I'm going to use 2 actions to do sudden charge.
All right.
Which will bring me right up to them, I think.
Okay, you just bound over the desk.
Well, actually, what square are they in? I'm a little...
They are in, we'll say this square, to be specific.
Oh, then they're 65 feet away then, sadly.
Yes.
Then I will not rage. And hold on, let me think about this for a second. No, I will rage actually, just because it does give me some temp hit points. And I'm going to rage, and then I'll just use the double movement to jump up on the desk.
Okay. Garl jumps up onto the desk, sending papers everywhere, and this man just gives you a disapproving shake of the head.
Sword in hand. Need to teach you this lesson again, boy.
How terribly unorganized.
I kick some more tables or papers off the desk.
Crystal beast.
The reaction you just.
I can't even read half of these.
Malachor sits.
Yeah.
Corellia.
It's only one
Okay.
action. He could sit up again.
So I'm going to start with that. And then I'm going to hit him with Eclipse Burst. So it does not hit Garl, but it hits him.
Okay.
And I figured just since he's the Lord of Light, motherfucker, the darkness is like a little extra, like,
41.
yeah. It did not list the damage. Okay.
Nope. So roll me 8d10. Not all the cold damage goes through.
Oops. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then he's a living creature, right?
He is a Archon Celestial Humanoid, so yes.
Sweet. An additional 8d4 negative damage.
Okay, roll it.
7, 8.
Great. So about 53 points of damage in total after resistances.
Nice. Not bad.
Not bad. Anything else?
I think that's all I can do.
Alright, then. Their turn. Dancing Rune happens. It goes to the nearest creature. And it gets to make an attack for free. Boop. 49 to hit you, Garl.
49 to hit Garl. That will hit, but not crit.
Okay, 24 piercing, 9 good, and 11 cold damage.
So that's all all together, or
Yes. So 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 44 points of damage in total from that strike.
okay. I'm gonna minus 13 from that. Total 31 actually.
Yes. And then they're going to spend the first 2 actions of their 3 actions to cast a spell on Garl.
Oh yeah, what's the spell?
Interstellar Void. Can you make me a fortitude save?
Hopefully.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry about this, Garl.
47.
Alright, so... basic fortitude. Okay, so you are fatigued, but you don't take the damage. Or is it a
Okay.
basic save? Oh no, it's a basic save. So you take half the damage.
Well-
you take...
Yeah, you take half the damage, but unfortunately, because of the way Interstellar Void is worded, you are fatigued no matter what, even on a critical success. Garl, you realize the reason that is, and the reason why sometimes when you're fighting something and Nim does a funny movement with your hands, they kind of shiver and it looks like breathing becomes really difficult for them, is because what my father has just done is literally replaced the air around you with the frigid, airless void of space.
Sorry, I
And
can't
there
hear
is-
you. Too angry.
and then
I'm
he's-
raging.
And then he's just going to fly.
I'm getting flavor text.
I know.
But that's fine. Goodbye.
And then he's just going to fly to there.
Ew.
And as
Not
he's
far
flying,
enough, mother.
as he's flying, there's just like this trail of like entropy behind him almost. It's like light entropy. It's like, you know how when light's so bright it eats away at like the image around it? It's sort of like that.
Look out, guys. He's farting.
Nimbus, you're up.
I guess I'm gonna make that religion check.
I will rob whatever dignity I can from these guys.
Why?
Because I don't like them.
Religion. Oh,
Nimbus, you are
and I'm out of hero points.
You are so flustered by what is going on that you are unable to interpret this miracle. You cast the spell with the goal in mind, but you do not know what will come of it.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, I've got the miracle obscuring my vision, so I don't even know where he is.
Oh no, you can see him. It's just like butterflies.
Oh,
flying
okay.
around you. Yeah, you're not blinded by butterflies. They're just all around you.
Oh, miserable. Okay. Well, God, I don't want to fuck up my own miracle. Um, I think I will cast Spirit Blast just at 6th level,
All right.
which is specifically a spell that targets, if someone is being possessed, it targets the possessor.
Yep. Roll it.
Um, Spirit Blast.
All right. They need to make a fortitude save.
Yes, they do.
Fail, but not
They
critical.
fail.
However,
They
they have a weakness to Spirit Blast, so they're going to take an additional 30 points of damage.
Oh, fuck! Holy shit. That's 88
Yep.
points of force damage? Jesus.
Yep. And you're targeting the thing inside of it.
Okay.
Good hit.
Maybe that's what the miracle did. I don't know. Okay, that's my turn.
Carl.
Second verse, same as the first. Well, not exactly. I'm going to very specifically not follow the trail he did, but I'm going to sudden charge because I think I'm now within 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Squishy.
So
But you are fatigued, so keep that in mind.
fatigue just -1 status penalty to AC and saving throws.
And attack, I think.
And
No.
I think. Oh, well, there you go.
Nope.
All right, you're good then.
I'm looking right at Pathfinder fatigue.
Fair enough.
Huh.
Continue.
Never mind.
Plus the -1 is really not going to make much of a difference anyway.
Listen, I'm just happy that the Lord of Light enemies get to use Interstellar Void.
So 2 actions to sudden charge, which does include because I came in contact with an attack.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be using my two-handed blade. Right one.
What type of damage are you dealing
48.
to him?
This will be negative energy damage.
48 will hit,
37 negative energy damage.
and you'll take 37.
All right, and then we will follow up with a second attack because the sudden charge included an attack. So, bam, 30. That's not
That
good.
will miss, and that will critically miss even.
I hit myself. No.
A
Alright.
15 on the die phase.
Is that your turn?
3 actions. I don't have haste on me right now.
Malachor sits. Cassandra.
Ah, darn it. Okay. I was trying to think of something that could like hit a soul or a spirit that I might have, but I can't. There's only one, and it would hit everybody else around me. So I'm just going to attempt. Ooh! I'm gonna see if I can trip him up a little bit. So I'm gonna use that pretentious spell again.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit him with a where the frick did it go? Overwhelming presence. And I'm going to go from like a giant, make myself look like a giant burst of light, and then it's going to condense into just like a shroud of darkness, and I'll be like, bow down before me, mortal,
Oh.
the Lady of Darkness, betrothed to the Lord of Light. Just hope that works.
All right. They will have to
Damn.
tribute twice.
Hell yeah. And that's all I can do.
All right. So they do 2 manipulate actions to kind of bow as accordingly. Those would trigger AOs from you, Garl, if you want to take them.
Sorry, what is he doing that's triggering it?
Manipulating, bowing.
Oh.
Here's the thing, though. I'm considering, because if he tries to move away again, I may want to use no escape to keep up with him. So
Hmm.
The roof is 10 feet tall, by the way.
I'm not going to use the AO. I want
know.
to save my reaction for no escape.
All right, then. With their last action,
Don't
then.
don't use that knowledge, Will. That I'm
Well,
going to do that.
he's still doing what he's going to do. For his last action, he's
Okay.
going to fly. And he's going
Okay.
to fly to there.
Ah, well, that's single. I can only use a single stride to go after him.
Yes, he has a
But
fly
that'll
of
at least get me.
75.
Yeah, that'll at least get me closer. Yeah.
There you go. And then the Chakram will get to do its strike for the turn. Dancing Rune. 55 to hit you, Garl.
That will crit.
Okay, so that'll be 48 piercing, 14 good, and 24 cold.
All right, so 48.
So it's 86 in total.
Thank you.
No worries.
Oh. All right.
Nimbus.
Better than me than you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna fly to here to get within 30 feet of him. I want to make
Oh,
one
Garl,
more
you're no
religion
longer
check.
fatigued.
Oh yeah, he didn't maintain
You
it.
can maintain it.
Thank you.
Oh, you know what? I already used Quicken Spell today. Never mind.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna Spirit Blast then. Another. We'll do 7th level.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be 61 and the heightened.
Fail.
It's another failure. Let me roll an extra 2d6.
So 60,
It's another 8.
69.
Is that
Nice.
69?
Well,
Nice.
it's 69, but then with another 30, so 99.
Damn.
Still up.
And that is my full turn.
Garl.
You know what? Garl finally sort of realizes that it would probably be helpful for the casters on the team if the target didn't keep moving around, thus they wouldn't have to move to keep up with him. So Garl is going to use their first action this turn to attempt to just grab onto this jackass's arm to hold him in place.
Make me a grapple.
That's athletics, right?
Yep.
49.
Success. Not a crit success, but a success.
Yeah, so they are grappled at
Now I have to
least.
do a DC 5 flat check to do anything.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm just one hand, flip the sword around and just with the sword because I can't do it two-handed now.
Yep.
Now, would the map applies to this though, right? Because
Yes.
grapple is sort of a okay.
It's a
So
second
this will be
attack.
second and third attacks. 34 now. Ooh,
No.
I got 6. 38.
No.
Do they count as? Hold on. Do they count as flat-footed?
Even flat-footed, no.
Okay. Ugh, 15 wasn't bad, but it was third attack. So, but at least they'll be held for the rest of casters, so they're not going to
Malachor
move around
sits.
as easily.
Cassandra.
Okay. I have an idea. I might need to run it by you just to see if the actions line up.
Do your thing.
I still have my blink arrow. Is using that one action?
Yes, using that as one action.
Awesome. So I use my blink arrow to 1 second. To move or to teleport basically here. And then I'm going to, and Garl should be just out of reach. So I'm going to use the Wail of the Banshee spell, which it says you scream chills into the souls of enemies that hears it. So I'm hoping whatever is attached to a spirit and or soul gets damaged by this.
Or is that just flavor text?
Yeah, Spirit Blast directly targets a creature spirit. This is each living
The thing is, Wail of the Banshee, the reason it is good
Yeah.
is because it can't target allies.
Yep.
The
So if
enemies,
there is
yeah.
any part of this man that considers themselves an ally,
Well, Cassandra would have to consider him an
Not
ally.
It's not in its current spot. 49's a success, so they take half damage of 25. Nice. Is that your turn?
Actually, on a success, the creature takes full damage.
Oh.
I was
That's
just
the other thing
about
that's
to
very
say.
good.
Oof.
I gotcha.
Ow, I misread that. I apologize.
Whale
No
of
worries.
Banshee is surprisingly good.
Yeah,
There's a
that's
couple
good.
of really good things about
We
it.
shall call you the Banshee Queen. Please do not burn any trees.
And that's all I can do.
Alrighty. Next up is the Glorious Vessel's turn. Well, they're really tired of Nim's stuff, so Garl, you'll get an AO if you want to take it. And they'll be able to do a manipulate action as they're trying to
Yeah,
cast
so
a
this
spell.
resets my map, right?
Yes.
Okay. 43.
That is a hit, but not a crit. So,
40 negative energy damage.
yeah, I'm going to get to use my 3-action spell.
Oh.
Wall of Ice!
What does that mean?
Either create a 1-foot thick wall of ice in a straight line up to 60 feet long and 10 feet high. The wall doesn't have to be vertical, but must be anchored on both sides to a solid surface, or a 10-foot or 1-foot thick, 10-foot radius hemisphere of ice. Interesting.
Yeah, what is he doing?
What shape?
He's doing the wall,
Okay.
and they're doing it basically in a line. 5, 10, 15.
Oh, I have a stupid idea.
That's their wall of ice.
Are you gonna punch the wall?
No, I am still holding him.
Are you gonna bash him through the? No, I'm not. I'm
Nimbus,
not gonna
you're
guess.
The wall does go all the way up, and it does obscure vision.
Okay. Luckily I have a 40-foot fly speed, so I think I can get to like here.
Yeah.
Pretty easily, and I think that's still within 30 feet of him.
Yep.
Yeah. Which means that I can't do a religion check. I really would fucking like to. But I'm gonna do another Spirit Blast at 8th level.
We'll do it.
Come on, roll 20. 57, and I'm gonna add another 4d8, 4d6 to that.
All right. Fail.
That's another 37. Okay, so 16 plus 57 is
Plus 30.
63,
So
93, I
which will
think.
deal with the 33 hit points he had left.
Oh.
Nimbus, as your spirit blast hits this creature, your father, the light in their eyes gets blown out
Like a candle.
and begins to form into a strange set of shapes above their head that quickly collapse in on each other. I need everyone within 60 feet. Sorry, within
Does
100
Malachor
feet.
get any protection from the wall?
Nope.
Oh.
Every single one of you needs to make me a DC 40 basic reflex save.
Don't worry, I know what to do. I'll break the staff to counteract the explosion.
Fail.
Damn.
Fail.
So this
I
is
rolled
Yeah, half a
2.
hit point.
reflex?
Yep. 40 reflex save. And you're going to take 83 damage on a fail.
I can take that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Malachor gets knocked unconscious by this. I'm not going to bother rolling.
Wait, why?
I can.
Give the boy a roll.
Yeah. Let him have his dignity.
Yeah, see, he saves.
All right.
Only the characters you're playing against us, Will, don't get dignity.
That's fair. And the Malachor will kind of get blasted back a little bit, but he'll stay on one knee. But Cassandra and Nim, you'll both take 83 points of damage. Garl,
Got
do
it.
your reflex saves become critical successes?
No, that's the one I don't have.
Cool. And luckily, none of you failed, so you're not permanently blinded.
Please.
Jesus.
That would have been an interesting character arc.
As that light vessel pulls out for just a moment, you see that strange geometry form trying to latch back onto the body, and you see it pulling out something shimmering with it. As that
Anyone got a net? Just
As that shimmering is happening, the butterflies along Nimbus swell, and they begin to swarm around her father. And then as they swarm, you know how butterflies can land on things and sometimes make like shapes out of it?
yeah.
This swarm of butterflies over top of Nimbus's father, almost as if they're floating in mid-air, become solid, and they form a door. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
No, no, no. We have 5 minutes left, and also we had several minutes taken away from us due to technical difficulties.
Okay, fine.
Is this a door we can walk through?
Diplomacy check.
One more story, Dad, please.
It is a door you can walk through. However, the door itself appears to be a veil of stars.
Are we still in initiative?
No.
Can I make that religion check again
If you want,
to know what on earth is going on? Okay, 42?
you asked for a miracle. Sometimes you just need to have faith, Nimbus.
I do have faith. I just want to know what it means. Okay. I want to know what's on the other side of that door.
It's always polite to knock.
It's sort of like a veil, so there's no real thing to knock on.
Oh.
I'm stepping through.
And as you step through Nimbus, you see a vast void
Ooh, ew.
with distant stars, but not many are left. And Nimbus, as you're the first one to enter, you are the first one to see this, and possibly the only one who will see this interaction, as before you, floating there, is a woman with butterfly wings on her back, long brown hair, and a veil of stars about her. You asked for a miracle, Nimbus.
I did.
Your father is lost. But that doesn't mean that somebody can't help him find his way home. And then Desna disappears. It's at that point that the rest of you would probably come in.
Nim, you can't just go walking through doors. Oh my god, what is this?
A door created by my goddess. I have absolutely no reason to fear it. Can I poke my head back out and just be like, Malicord, sweetheart?
Oh, it's gone. It's gone for you.
Oh. For me?
Yep, it's gone for you. Once you're through the door, it's gone.
Well,
Lynx comes rushing through. The door was starting to collapse, so I figured I'd get in here. Malicor is going to take a minute, and then they'll join us.
okay. I don't think he will.
He probably won't.
All right. Well, can I maybe do a perception check to see if there is anything else in here besides the endless void of space?
Yes.
Okay.
Beside you, Nimbus, is the faintest mote of a soul. It seems as though you will need to guide your father back home.
Okay.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. As We begin next time with a short celestial romp through some stuff about Nim's dad.
Oh,
It's going to be fun, I promise.
Family.
it's gonna be fun.
And I appreciate the little bit of fighting. I appreciate that just a little.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get to do nearly as much cool stuff because I never got the chance to use Ice Wall to basically stick Garl in a corner.
No one
I
puts
mean,
Garl in a corner.
Garl can fly almost at will, though, so how would that work?
Well, it's a 10-foot high wall, and there was a 10-foot high ceiling, so it would go all the way up. So you'd be stuck in like a little tube. A Garl.
Oh, you were
cryo
literally
tube.
gonna make Garl a little
Yeah,
chimney to
I was
put
going to
Garl
make
in.
I was going to make a Garl chimney. But everyone, thank you so much for coming tonight. I apologize once again for our technical issues. MTS. What can you do about it?
MTS and MGM.
Yes. Thank you all so much for coming tonight. Don't forget to check out our other shows here on the channel, like the Genshin Impact on Friday. Our Genshin Impact 1, 2, or 3 shot, depending on how long things take. And then keep an eye out for the beginning of the next campaign for our Friday game, our Spelljammer game. And then after that, pretty soon, y'all, next week we'll be doing with the rest of this little mini quest. And then the week after that, it will be time to end things in Treladar. And then after that, we'll have our level 20 arc tying up a few last loose ends. And then it will be on to the Wild West. Thank you so much for coming. Don't forget to check out those other shows. And we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Everyone.